Alright, hello again. Like I told my contact list last night, I was hearing what sounded like a little wrench hitting the concrete floor of my basement. And I've heard it for a week or more, probably like a week and a half. And it comes at random times. It's not the chimes. I can hear the chimes a little bit. In fact, I will open the front door so you can hear. I think you can hear. Just a sec. We have those old clangy type doors. You hear them? They have their own very distinct, and they're deep. But anyway, I turned the volume down on my FM radio station because I wanted you to hear that I had captured this in the very last few moments of this 82 minutes and 5 seconds that I screen recorded this morning while I just kind of poked around and looked at posts and stuff. But it bothers me in a way, but not a scary way. It's just kind of weird. And I'd always been somewhat into the paranormal. And so when it started doing that, it was after my dad had died the 9th of March. So I wanted to try to get this pointed out to you this morning for those of you who may be interested. I'm not going to hit restart, but hopefully I'll catch it, hopefully. Alright, did you hear that one? Okay, sorry for the extra moments for having to go through this. I didn't know of a way, and I'd already saved this and gave it an URL. So, I mean, you can listen to my whole hour plus if you really wanted to. But there's not that much going on. I played a video or two on, YouTube, and one that someone had shared, which made me cry, about a dog rescue. And that's captured in here, too. But, it was right before I mentioned, and because I always keep way too many tabs open, I was able to quickly pause and mention and get that uploaded and whatever. I'll back it up here a little. Let's see, how far should I go? Maybe 8:35. Let's try that. Okay, so right before 8152, where I started to mention, before I paused it again, I mentioned. And it's exciting, but I'm, I don't have a whole lot of control over these little things. I wish this was better. Maybe I could, do you think I could zoom and I could have a little bit better? Let's see if that'll help me. 8152. Oh, that's way too far. It's all the way up. All right, did you hear that one? I did hear it myself, um, but it's kind of hard sometimes to distinguish whether it's an outside noise. Well, two outside. Let me explain. Outside on the porch, for instance, versus outside of my head versus inside, which I don't believe it's an, a thing in my head. It's not in my head. I don't want to waste my time on something that could possibly be in my head. But I did hear it that time. And it took me like a couple moments to zip over and um, get back on this page from being like on my Facebook or something where I was. But you know what I mean. Let's try it again, but less seconds moving this. It's rather high pitched, and it's not a spoon, and it's not a knife. It's not silverware being dropped. I guess it could be a washer, a rather large washer. But I really rather think it's a socket, uh, whatever you call them, one of a socket set or a wrench. I think I went probably too far again, but I heard it again. It's just one, like a ping. And I hope you don't think I'm hysterical or, cuckoo bananas or something like that. I don't feel it's that. I mean, I'm a rather sturdy person in the way of my unshakability. I don't just get shaken up over the slightest little thing. If I hear noises in the house at night, for instance, I'll sit and listen further and try to, in my mind, figure out what all that sound could have been rather than first thing jumping to see, because I've been fooled so many times about hearing things in my home, just like when we lived downtown. And we had 3 doors into that house, okay? Um, and then when I moved to South Grand, there were 5. So you see, I was constantly like standing on my ear, so to speak, trying to be aware of what was going on in my yard and what was my yard noises versus either downtown noises, which were quite a few, or other outside noises that didn't have anything to do with me. So I'm not like a spaz, okay? If that's patting myself on the back or self-glorifying. I'm sorry, but I don't know how else to explain it. Um, but let's see if we can get this again. Maybe if I had more experience with this particular free online device, which is awesome for someone to produce for us, even though there's some spam on here, and I close my screen in around it. Um, mostly, not all of it. I probably could have if I think, but no big deal. They did a good job with providing us a working, useful tool. And for that, I am grateful. You know, something I didn't have before the internet. So, yeah, I'm grateful for that. But the very few moments before I mentioned or asked, did you hear that? I don't know if I can scrunch it back just that tiny bit. Tiny bit more, maybe. Oh, way too much. Let's try that. Oh, no, that's the end of it. Doggone it. I wish I'd put some more control on here. That's way too much again. Do you hear it? Alright, did you hear that one? Okay, so whatever that is, I have no idea where it comes from, but it happens frequently. Very frequently. And like now, though, most of the time I don't have my FM station turned down so low. But I wanted to make sure you could hear that little high-pitched ping, and I managed to capture it, and for now that is just awesome. If I could capture more of them, but see, in doing so, like you see here, I had to record an hour plus of time, which is free, but if I capture it and I'm out of the room, or I happen to go to the store, which I don't plan, well, yeah, I kind of did plan on going today because the sales on the chocolate are going to be magnificent today. You can get all that half price marked down Easter candy now. But at least you got to hear this, and that is awesome. I hope you could hear it. I hope your speakers are um, more powerful than mine because I've got these little wanky speakers on here, but at least for now I do have them, so I'm grateful for that. But maybe when I get back on a desktop, hopefully someday soon here, I'll have the wonderful speakers that I'm missing right now so bad. But thanks for listening. I hope that wound your clock. Bye-bye.